Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So time for another weight update. It's not all that great, but we'll get to that in a minute. So today is Saturday the 4th of May 2019. I don't think I said that, did I? I actually can't remember. I don't think I did. Yeah, so I thought I would do another weight update. As you all know, I weigh myself on a Saturday. For anyone who doesn't, who's just new to my channel, I do weight updates every Saturday, but you will get it on Sunday morning or midday. Around midday I usually put it up. Yeah, so I weighed myself. A picture will come up on the screen in a minute. So I'm currently now 13.11, which does not thrill me all that much because a 2 pound gain, but we knew it last week, and I said it in my video last week that what happened last week was probably going to come and bite me on the bum, as one of my lovely subscribers said that could happen, which I kind of knew that probably was going to happen. But I don't think I did well most of the week until Thursday, where I had the day off on Friday, and it felt like Thursday was Friday and it went downhill from there. So that's basically I think what has happened and what has gone wrong. Yeah, I won't go into too much detail because I don't think there is too much point to it, but let's put it this way. I stopped counting since by the time it got to Friday evening. No, Thursday evening. I kind of ended up going completely off plot, really. So that's not good. So it's probably a combination of Thursday and Friday, and then last week completely obliterating my sins basically. I definitely was better with my sins though. For the majority of the week I was more in control. You know, I was trying to make better choices. I was there was a few days where I did like Slimming World chips instead of having oven chips. I decided to have salad, so I was having like lots of salad with pickle and, you know, the free deli pickle one. So I felt like I did better in that respect. And I was having my overnight oats, and I was putting extra fruit on top, and so I was really kind of upping my speed. So I was having like strawberries and pear, and I had a few desserts where instead of having the ice cream, which I really wanted the ice cream, I thought, no, I'm not going to have the ice cream. I'm going to have the fruit with a little bit of the squirty lighter Morrison's cream, and I had that with some marshmallows and some fruit, and that was it. So I feel like all in all I probably did better that way. So I just need to work on it. This thing is such a problem. I think it is for everyone, but I just need to kind of get back onto keeping it within 15 or 15-ish. But sometimes I can't even seem to do that. I don't know why, but it's really difficult. And I think maybe thinking on it, like some of my meals end up being singed, so then instead of using sings for the other things, I'm having some of the singed meals as well as the other things. So I kind of know where I'm going wrong. It's just trying to kind of pull it back. So yeah, that's why I was doing like Slimming World chips. There was one day I think I just had normal chips. There was another day where I got stuck in the lift at work for over an hour, and I was so hungry. I was just like, I was just ridiculously hungry. I was actually going out to get my food and got stuck in the lift, and I was in there for over an hour, and I was like not happy at all. I was stuck there with my friend. So by the time I actually ate something, we're talking like 10:30, 11 at night, which isn't good. And I ended up having something which was singed quite heavily. I think it was liver and bacon and mash, and it ended up being like 7 sings. But if I'd gone to Tesco's and just got the liver and mash from there and had that instead of Sainsbury's, then it would have been 2 sings, and I could have vegetables with it, and it would have been way better than having the extra sings. But at the time I kind of wasn't thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. But you know, sometimes you just make bad choices, and sometimes it just can't be helped, and you kind of have to make the bad choices to learn from your mistakes to make better choices in the future, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So yeah, other than that, nothing much else has happened. I did go out with my friend, as you all know. That was meant to be Wednesday, but what happened was I ended up seeing her Friday, and that's where the scenes went a bit pear-shaped. I wouldn't say that I was terrible. That's probably not. I wasn't seeing her having Krispy Kremes and cakes, put it that way. I had a decent kind of breakfast. We did have popcorn because we went to the cinema, and I had Pepsi Max cherry, which is like normal. So that's like, you know, no things attached to that other than the popcorn. And then for dinner we ended up having fish and chips. Now I could have chosen not to have the batter on the fish, but I decided to have the whole thing. But the fish was quite small, but the chips were huge. I couldn't believe how big it was. But I didn't eat all the chips, and neither did my friend, but we did have the fish. And I have mystery peas as well, and they are free, I believe. But I didn't realise that. We bought 2 pots thinking they would be like small little pots, and they were like really big ones. So I have some left over which I can have. I think I'm going to have it tomorrow, because I'm going to have fish cakes, you know, the Morrison's 2 seamed ones. So I'll probably have that, and I'll probably do a little salad as well, and some Slimming World chips maybe. I don't know if I'll need the chips because the fish cakes seem to have, you know, potato in, so we shall see. Anyway, so next week I need to work on losing some weight instead of gaining, and keeping it off, because I'm kind of annoyed. Because it didn't have to be quite as bad as it did, but never mind, we shall move forward. So I'm going to be careful. I've got my food diary still, so I can still use that. I'm going to just fill it out. I didn't fill out the past 2 days because it almost just seemed completely pointless filling it out, so I just didn't fill it out. But I probably could have filled it out and it probably wouldn't have been as bad as what I thought. But you know, when you sort of think about how bad it is, you think, well, I won't bother filling it out. And that was one of my tasks for the previous week, was to fill out even if I did go over things, so I could see exactly what I was having. But I feel that I probably could have been 10 times worse than I was, but I didn't. My friend stopped me having Krispy Kremes donuts, and she also stopped me buying brownies from M&S, so she did well, so I thank her for that, because it could have been a whole heap worse. But yeah, so I'm gonna make sure I write everything down this week and try to stick as much as possible to it where I can. There's no reason why I should be going over daily, other than I just can't seem to say no to eating crap. And that's my fault, you know, so that's something that I think everyone struggles to deal with, so I just have to work on it. That's kind of it really. There's not really anything else to kind of add, but I just thought I would come on and give you a bit of an update, as I usually do, even though it's not the best in the world, a £2 gain, but it's only a £2 gain. So when it starts being every week I gain, that's when there's a problem. So yeah, anyway, I shall see you. Oh, before I go, I've got a Morrison's food shop that I did a haul last week, and I haven't done it yet. I haven't edited it or put it up, but I will do that. It will be a week late though from when I actually bought the stuff, but I'm sure that you probably all want to see it anyway, so I'm going to put that up regardless. But it might be kind of middle of next week that goes up. So anyway, other than that, I'm going to go. Let me know how you're all getting on down below, and I shall see you next week with another update. Bye everyone.